Hey, oh, 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 250 capital G, y'all come on in. I got everything you need from live videos to skits to stories to journalism and much more. Kick back, relax, and bring your A game.
Direction and serenity. Let's go.
Yo, Michael T. Porter here. Welcome to the 250 Gemstones Culture Channel. This is a channel that represents a nation of people that are striving for greatness every day. I got another bomb episode for y'all, but before I begin, y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. Pass me around Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms, and y'all know how I feel about my chizzing. If you guys like to support the channel, Cash App, $Michael US. Also, check out my website, www.250gemstones.com.co. Also, check out my Spotify podcast. Link is in the description. Y'all stay and watch the whole video. We need to talk. Oh my goodness. Vallejo. This is according to Sacramento Bee, but I believe this is in Vallejo. Cops fired 55 shots at sleeping man in Taco Bell drive-thru. City owes $5 million. This is absolutely insane. And he black, by the way. The young man that lost his life, he black. This is according to the Sacramento Bee, article written by Julia Marnin. Nearly 5 years ago, police officers fired 55 shots at 20-year-old Willie McCoy, killing him as he slept in his car at a Taco Bell drive-thru in California, according to a federal civil rights lawsuit. 6 Vallejo Police Department officers opened fire on McCoy after they were called to a report of an unconscious man slumped over in his steering wheel at the restaurant in the city on February 9, 2019. They began shooting as McCoy started to stir, scratched his shoulder, and slumped forward again, according to a third amended complaint filed in the case. The officer said they saw a gun in McCoy's lap, but had no reason to believe he committed a crime. Now, Vallejo will pay McCoy's family $5 million in damages to settle the lawsuit filed against the city and its police officers. Melissa Catherine Knoll, one of the attorneys representing the case, told McClatchy News in a statement on January 10th, "We want to be clear that money does not equal justice for a young man that was murdered." On January 9th, the Vallejo City Council approved a $5 million settlement agreement, inclusive of all attorney fees and costs. City spokesman Christina L. Lee told McClatchy News in a statement on January 10th. The settlement avoids the expense of what will likely be several additional years of litigation, does not imply an admission of liability or wrongdoing by the city of Vallejo or any city employee. Regardless of the circumstances, we do want to acknowledge that all loss of life is tragic and continue to offer our sympathy and condolences to the family, friends of Mr. McCoy, Lee added. Once the settlement agreement is drafted and signed, it will be made public, according to Lee. McClatchy News contacted the Vallejo Police Department for a comment on January 10th and didn't receive an immediate response. So did they respond at all? Shot a man. Now, why was he slumped over in this drive-thru? Why is he sleeping in the drive-thru? So there's more to this story because there's something fishy going on. The shooting and aftermath. McCoy grew up in Sacramento and Vallejo, according to the news outlet. He was a local rapper who made music about his experiences as a black man in the U.S. and hoped to create music about police injustice, the outlet reported. Oh, okay. Now that's starting to make sense. So I wonder if the police heard the mixtapes that this nigga was putting out. I wonder if these police was hearing about, like NWF the police, F them, F the police, or Bone Thugs and Harmony, No Surrender, Tupac Shakur, Public Enemy. They're all saying F the police. So I'm pretty sure these police knew this man. This crazy. Now this makes so much sense. When officers approached McCoy asleep in the driver's seat of his car in the drive-thru at Taco Bell in February 2019, he was obviously unaware of his surroundings. I'm thinking he was drunk. In a police body camera footage published by KTVU, officers are heard ordering McCoy to show his hands before he appears to move. Then, while aiming at the driver's window, the officers start shooting until one calls for a ceasefire. According to the lawsuit, Officer Anthony Romero Cano ordered the others to shoot McCoy if he moved and to not give him a chance. Ooh, this Officer Anthony Romero, he's a Cano. Was that Italian or Mexican? If he moved, they said keep shooting his black ass. Yeah, that's what he said. Ordered the other officers to shoot McCoy. They said if he moved and to not give him a chance, they don't give this nigga a chance to bust back, light his ass up. That's what he said. I ain't say it. He said it. Anthony Romero Cano, the officer, he ordered the other officers to shoot this black man up 55 times. McCoy's body was left with dozens of bullet holes as a result, according to the complaint. The gory scene prevented the McCoy family from being able to have an open casket at his funeral, the complaint says. Oh my goodness. They said his body has so many bullet holes, the family couldn't even see him again. Well, they can probably see him, but they want the other family members to see him. Think about how dirty these people are. To do this to now they said they appear to have a gun. Now, did he have a gun? But they put 55 rounds. They put so many bullets in him, he was unrecognizable. Body was left with dozens of bullet holes as a result. They say it was a gory scene, and it prevented the family from having an open casket. They can't even have the loved ones can't even see him. They put so many in him. I mean, they did him, crushed his bones. Oh my goodness. What happened to the police? Let's see. After the shooting, an independent court certified expert contracted by the city office reviewed the incident and determined the officer's use of deadly force was reasonable, according to a news release issued by the city of Vallejo in June 2019. So I'm from California. I'm trying to tell y'all, Cali is just as racist as anywhere else in this country. Cali and Mississippi are neck and neck in racism. Did you just hear what I said? Did y'all just understand what I just said? After the shooting, they shot this black boy 55 times. After the shooting, an independent court certified expert contracted by the city's office reviewed the incident and determined the officer's use of deadly force was reasonable. So this what they saying is reasonable for you to get hit up 55 times. At the same time, they don't want niggas to have guns. Have you lost your mind? They want us to trust the police. Let the government think for you. Let the government run your house, or let the government run your children. Absolutely not. The city contends McCoy reached towards a gun in his lap when officers ordered him to show his hands. No charges were brought against the officers accused of shooting McCoy. They say it was justified. That's why I wanted to see what happened to the police officers. No charges were brought against the officers accused of shooting McCoy. Shot this black man 55 times, and they said no charges will be brought against the officers. However, one of them, Ryan McMahon, was fired in connection with the incident. McMahon was fired on September 30th, 2020 for violating department policies by engaging in unsafe conduct and neglect for basic firearm safety during the incident. What about the other ones? Fire the other ones too. Get the rest of the trash out of there. Oh man, y'all want to read the rest of this article? Now I'm getting turned up. It's sacb.com. Once again, if you guys want to look at the article, it's sacb.com. Shout out Sacramento. Shout out California. I know it's hell out there. One of the worst states to live in, probably in all the 50 states. And I'm from California. This regime, these Democrats, and all others involved have ruined California. And California is just as racist, probably more racist than Mississippi. Believe that. I'll meet y'all on the other side to give you my opinion. Let's go. Would y'all like my opinion? Would y'all like my opinion? Of course you do. That's why your ass is here. It's obvious that these cops are racist. It's obvious. Let's say if they're not racist, they're just standing up for their police department. They're standing up for their gang, because Mr. McCoy was putting out records like NWA, like Bone Thugs and Harmony, F the Police. Put 55 rounds in them. 55. The experts say that it was reasonable. 55 rounds is reasonable. In the state of California, putting 55 rounds in a black man is reasonable. Think about that. I want you to think about that. Think about that. 55 rounds is reasonable, but Adam, what was the name? Adam Roof, the guy that killed all those people up there. Hold on. What's this nigga's name? Hold on. The one that killed. They gave him a cheeseburger. They gave this nigga a cheeseburger. I see his face. Was that in Buffalo? No, not the one. I know this is the one in Buffalo. What state was that? Aden. That was they gave this man a cheeseburger. Then this man comes out with a rifle. Hold on, I'm gonna get it. Oh, Dylan Roof. I'm gonna put this picture up. So yeah, Dylan Roof killed 9 people. Killed 9 people. And they walked him out ever so gently. Gave him a court. Why are we even going to court for this man? Put him in the ground. Why are we going to court for Dylan Roof? If 55, according to the expert, the legal experts, putting 55 rounds in a black man is reasonable, what's reasonable? What's the reasonable punishment for somebody that actually killed 9 people? This man, they showed up to the place. And he dropped his rifle and he went like this. He dropped his rifle that just killed 9 black people. 9 souls. They'll never get to make it home at church. Went into God's home. Took out 9 people on God's holy land. Right? In God's home. 9 people. 9 black people. Dylan Roof killed 9 black people in the church. I keep emphasizing. 9 black people inside of God's home. And they gently put him in a police car. This Mr. McCoy, let's say he did have a gun. Let's say he did want to shoot one of them. 55 rounds? What I'm saying is preserving life. Black life doesn't mean anything overall to a high degree. Now, I'm not an extreme. I'm not going to say in every single situation. You know, there's police officers out there that do their damn job, but I'm not going to give you kudos for doing your damn job. You're supposed to do your damn job. Did you want a cookie? You're supposed to do your damn job. They killed this boy because he was putting out rhetoric about the police brutality. And I'm going to tell you, I'm from California. They have some of the most crooked police. Their job is to lock a nigga ass up. Mass incarceration is big business, California. It's big business everywhere. But we are leading. Look at all the prisons we got. How many cities there are in California? How many see? Yeah. It is big business. They're racist. They're far more racist. I'm in the South now. California is way more racist. Yeah. In California, there is 34 state prisons. They opened up some more. It was getting so bad. Today, CDCR owns and operates 34 state prisons. CDCR additionally staffs California City Correctional Facility, which was leased from Core Civic, started in 2013 as part of measures to reduce state prison overcrowding. Prisons are overcrowded from Northern California all the way down to San Diego. Lock a nigga ass up. Ain't trying to get no jobs. The cost of living through the roof. Bringing in illegals. California has gone down. So anytime you speak about, and these are the same people that talk about democracy. These are the same people that allow trannies to teach our children. These are the people who took out all the trade and don't develop in our men. Wood shop, automotive, engineering, electrical. They do not invest in our men because why? They want our men, black, Latino, white, to get our asses locked up. But really black. They want blacks to be locked up. And the black population has dwindled so much. In the last 10 to 20 years, the black population has dwindled. And he just bringing awareness of what's going on. The cops is crooked. They dirty. They infringe on people's rights. All the laws are designed to get a nigga ass back in jail. To get a man back in jail. Let me give y'all a scenario. I'm gonna wrap this up. California, this how it goes. You a gangbanger, you trying to change your life around. You trying to get a job. This a punk ass job. You got this little stupid little white bitch in there, and she says, well, what are some of your qualifications? What have you been doing for the last 10 years? No, they go back about last 2 years. So where were you recently employed? And then the brother has to lie. See, a lot of the gangbangers are lying on their application just to get a job because they can't sell dope because they don't want to go back to prison. So he lies and says, okay, wonderful. And the interview goes actually pretty good. This man act like he got some some act right. He's acting like he knows what's going on. He act like he knows how to behave. Everything's on point. The interview goes well. Here's the thing. The little white bitch, she goes back and do a background check on a nigga's ass. Come to find out he got 2 felonies. Misdemeanor, and found out that he just got out 3 months ago. 90 days. She just found out he got out 90 days. Now, 90 days is a long time when you ain't got no money. 90 days is a long time you got any money. So she calls him back. I don't know why they even called back. You could have told me so. The phone they call him back. Well, we just did your background check, and it appears that you have 2 felonies and other things on your record, and unfortunately, we can't hire you because of your record. But we keep your application on file. This is Cali. Here's the thing. She's not going to be the only one to deny this man a job because they're all in cahoots. It's all the system to make sure that his black ass goes back to jail because he's going to go do another interview. And he's going to do another interview. Well, I'm sorry. It's a man this time. Different voices, different people. Well, I'm sorry, sir. We did the background check. We just can't hire you. You're a violent felon. You got 2 felonies, a misdemeanor, domestic violence, gun charge. We did your background check. We just can't have you up in here bringing that mess up in our establishment because we don't trust you. You know, black men already have a negative image, and then your background, it kind of solidifies what everybody been saying about black men. So we can't have you up in here, sir. We can't have you up in here. But I wish you the best of luck. And this man goes to interview after interview, trying to change his life around, interview after interview. Meanwhile, illegals are coming over here getting jobs left and right. No background check. No credit check. No scrutiny. They're coming over here having babies, having families, getting food, free housing. This is the life in California. And other coaches can, even the Latinos can relate. The Latinos that were born, a lot of Latinos coming out with a record, going through the same thing. This is California is probably one of the most corrupt states out of all the states, and America's gangster. Don't get fooled by this whole feminism and kumbaya and all this touchy-feely, all this weird stuff. It's still gangster. It is still corrupt. It's still evil. What is this man supposed to do that want to change his life?
What is he supposed to do? Because here's the thing, in the hood, he can't even bunk up with a woman because a lot of the women are on welfare. So you can't have a man in the house. They find out that there's a man in this house. She's gonna lose all of her aid. She's gonna lose her program. Think about that. He comes out of jail. He can't get a job because of his record, and then he can't go find refuge with the black woman because she's chosen the system. I can't have this nigga up in here. What if they find out? Because they do inspections. See, when you're on the welfare system, they be going all through your home. They seeing what you got. See if you got dope around the kids. CPS coming through. Everybody's all in your damn business. They find out there's a man living up in there. Program shit. Now she's stranded. Now she messed up just like him. She ain't gonna give up her housing. Where's the black man supposed to go when he come out of prison in California? In California, with a record. Got that record fresh out. He trying to change his life or ain't trying to go back. It's designed for you to go back. Businesses are closing. It's a mess. It's a mess. I can go on and on about California, but I just want to say they shot this black man 55 times. I believe race is heavily involved, but I think overall, outside of racism, it's just a war on men. If you crush God's sons, you won't have a country. If you don't develop strong men, you don't have a country. If you don't develop strong men, you don't have a strong army. If you don't develop strong men, you don't have strong fathers, strong brothers, strong uncles, strong workers. It is so sad. They did this boy so dirty that he's forced to have a closed casket. His family won't even get to see him for the last time. Outside his immediate family, the ones that, they gotta go actually see him. But they say it's best that you keep this casket closed because these officers put 55 rounds in him. Race was involved. Gender was involved. There's a war on men. And it's a gang. Police are protecting their gang. They're protecting the agenda. Police lives are more valuable than any other lives out there, outside of other agencies, CIA, FBI. But the police is a gang, and their lives are more valuable. That was a message to the boy, to the young man, because he's putting out records talking about F the police, and they Swiss cheese him. Y'all flood my comments. Am I too off? Did I hit it right on the nail? I love to hear what y'all got to say. I love y'all. Y'all stay safe. 250 capital G. I'm gone.